Welcome, foolish mortals, to Liz's house, where we revel in villainy and take pleasure in pain. Your guess is as good as mine. Tomorrow is Halloween! And I kept thinking I should do a Halloween themed video. But I don't like scary movies that much, or scary things in general. But there is something I do like. Disney villains. Disney villains are some of the best villains because they're just evil and conniving and wonderful, and most of the time they have a very catchy song. So that makes everything better. So, in the spirit of everyone's favorite spooktacular holiday, I thought I'd count down my top 10 favorite Disney villains. This was a hard list to think of, and I couldn't just limit it to Disney animation, so I'm also including Pixar and Disney offshoot animated films as well. So here we go. Number 10, Lotso Huggin' Bear from Toy Story 3. I thought I should put a Pixar villain in my list somewhere. Pixar doesn't have very many standout villains. In fact, a lot of their movies don't even have a villain. But when they do a villain and they do it right, it's really effective and really scary. And there's just something really, really creepy about that huggable pink bear. He's just conniving and manipulative and pulls you in with that false sense of security. I want a Lotso. They're really cute. Maybe that's the problem. And he really does smell of strawberries. Number 9 is Chernabog from Fantasia. I know this is kind of cheating because Fantasia doesn't really have a storyline, so there's not really a villain. But if there was a villain of Fantasia, it would definitely be Chernabog from the Night on Bald Mountain sequence. The Night on Bald Mountain / Ave Maria sequence is my favorite in the bunch in Fantasia. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, and that animation is just wonderful, and the Chernabog is terrifying. It's literally a devil summoning demons and ghosts and evil things, and it's just wonderful. If you haven't seen Fantasia, go see Fantasia. And if you don't want to watch the whole movie, just look up that Night on Bald Mountain sequence. You will not regret it. It's so good. Number 8 is Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas. When you think of Disney villains, they go into two categories. There are villains who are just straight up evil. They're just bad, terrible, terrible people, and they're pretty scary. And then there's what I like to call the campy villain. Campy villains are scary, but they're also really fun, and they just love being evil. And Oogie Boogie is a good example of a campy villain, and trust me, he will not be the last on this list because I love my campy villains. He's so much fun, and he has so much sass. Gonna be honest, when I first saw Nightmare Before Christmas when I was a child, Oogie really freaked me out. So creepy. Wonderful. Number 7 is Ratigan from The Great Mouse Detective. In one of my previous videos in which I counted down my top 10 favorite Disney animated films, I included The Great Mouse Detective, and in it I said that Ratigan might be one of my favorite villains, and I was right. He's just delicious and wonderful and just loves being a villain, loves being evil, and he's just so much fun, but he's also really intimidating and really scary, probably because he's so smart and also really strong. That end sequence when he's on the clock tower he's a scary rat. Number 6 is Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. Gaston is an interesting villain in that the bad guy, one that people fear, is one of the protagonists, where the guy that everybody loves is the antagonist. Gaston has 2 songs pretty much dedicated to how awesome he is. and everyone loves this guy except for Belle and the Beast, and he definitely shows his true colors by the end of the movie. He's also just really sexist and a chauvinist and not a great guy, but he's fun to watch. And gosh darn it, if you get a chance to meet him in Magic Kingdom, do it. He's really fun to meet. Number 5 is Captain Hook, who is probably the first major campy villain of Disney. He's just really funny. He's really funny. And he's also really scary and not a nice person, but so much fun to watch because he just has this one singular mission, and that mission's actually kind of ridiculous. Like, to take out this Peter Pan guy. Like, he's just a kid. And it's just a singular mission. He doesn't want to really kill people. He doesn't really want to get treasure. He just wants to kill Peter Pan. But he does a lot of other bad things on the side too. Like, you know, kill a dude just for whistling. I love Captain Hook. Captain Hook's hilarious. Number 4 is Scar from The Lion King. Scar's interesting in that he's kind of in the middle of the straight villain and the campy villain. He definitely has some quirky moments, but he's probably more scary than anything. Like Captain Hook, he has a very singular mission, but unlike Captain Hook, that mission really has consequences, and you see those consequences. And I mean, a guy that can just kill his brother like that, dude's evil. But he also has a really catchy song. I love Disney villain songs. They're so good. Number 3 is Maleficent. Of course, I have to include the queen of all Disney villains, Maleficent, on this list. It wouldn't be right to exclude her at all. I could not be a Disney fan if I didn't include Maleficent on a list of best Disney villains. She is the most evil because the reason she's mad at everybody is because she didn't get invited to a party. She's willing to kill a child because she's got sour grapes. That's it. That's evil, and it's wonderful. I mean, it's not wonderful, but you know what I'm saying. She's so scary, and the way she's animated, so much anger and loathsome, and she's just amazing. She's so iconic. But, you know, that Angelina Jolie movie kind of ruined Maleficent a little bit. You know, not every villain has to have a tragic backstory. I think it's kind of okay to have a villain be evil for evil's sake. I don't want one of the best animated villains to be just kind of a tragic hero. Number 2 is Judge Claude Frollo from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Oh, wow. He might be the scariest villain in the Disney canon. For me, at least. He might be. Because he is so willing to do anything and everything to accomplish his mission. He doesn't care about life at all. All he wants is to rule and to judge and to see his world vision come into life. It includes just some really nasty stuff, like killing innocent people, manipulating a poor young boy, and threatening basically to rape Esmeralda. He's one of the darkest villains, if not the darkest villains, in Disney canon. And Hellfire is so amazing and gorgeous and scary, and it's still one of my favorite animated sequences of all time, if not my favorite. Before we get to number 1, I just want to run through a couple of honorable mentions.
Don't you disrespect me, little man. He ran the underworld.
You want to go outside? Why?
Alright, here it is. My favorite Disney animated villain of all time is Ursula from The Little Mermaid. Yes, Queen! Yes! I love her because she's basically the ultimate campy villain by sheer fabulousness alone, because girl is fabulous, I tell you. Oh, get it, girl. She is wonderful and amazing and has a great song, and she's evil, but she's also really smart, and she knows how to play the game. She is a strong, independent woman, and I love her. Love you, girl. Ursula is bae. There you have it, guys. That's my top 10 favorite Disney animated villains. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments what your favorite Disney animated villains are, what your favorite villains in general are, and what are you going as Halloween? I want to know. Me personally, I'm not really going as anything because I'm boring and broke. I don't have any money. I will be eating lots of candy. Don't worry. I will be eating lots of candy. Want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye! Mwah! Happy Halloween!